Dear learners, welcome to UGC MOOC on Tourism Planning and Sustainable Development. Today, we shall be taking a session on Tourism Project Feasibility Study. Dear learners, after completing this chapter, you will be in a position to know about the tourism project feasibility. Understand the process involved in tourism feasibility study to understand the feasibility study's impact over the tourism projects. Dear learners, tourism feasibility study plays an important role in this process. It is an understanding and underpinning component of in-destination development assignment, particularly in the region of arts, culture and recreation. The feasibility study helps in viability of the tourism project as well as it helps in enhancing the concept prior to implementation of any tourism related project. In order to construct flourishing destination, tourism and economic, there is an invariable need for prevalent background information, piercingly polished critical skills, and a sound impulse for capturing the most influential industry intelligence concealed in the marketplace. The feasibility study helps in tapping the accessible data sources as well as the derivative research and combines that information with the primary research to cover an inclusive picture. The feasibility study involves a progression of steps like the preliminary research and basic attentiveness, new conception research, concept enrichment testing, and industry aptitude. Planning the feasibility study. Dear learners, the feasibility studies intend to independently and logically reveal the strengths and weaknesses of an on-hand business or suggested ventures, chances and dangers present in the natural setting, the assets or bounty resources essential to bring from beginning to end, and eventually the forecast for accomplishments. And in these feasibility studies, the two decisive factors which play an important role are the monetary outlay and worth to be achieved. Also, an ingenious feasibility study ought to make available a past milieu of the tourism ventures, an explanation of the tourism destination product and service, monetary aspects involved and required, details of the operations and management involved, marketing research and policies, legal framework available, etc. It is a study which comes first prior to the technical development and project development. It makes us understand that whether a project is feasible or not. The feasibility studies focus different perspectives of a tourism project and helps in providing a clear-cut view. TELOS is a type of assessment which provides feasibility study in the 5 areas: technical, economic, legal, operational and schedule. TELOS. Financial feasibility, the financial aspect is vital for any sort of development and planning. Hence, tourism destination also needs the startup capital to start tourism development. The purpose of financial feasibility study is to see whether how much finance needs to be poured in for its successful implementation. It helps to know the type of investment desired, the sources of money, earning on investment, and other financial negotiations which are needed to run or to start to implement a project. Dear learner, let's have a look on structuring and writing feasibility report. It is very important to structure and put in writing the feasibility study after its implementation. How you present and document the final feasibility study is just as important as the information it contains. The feasibility study contains a lot of material. Hence, always file the documents or put in a portfolio or binder. Finding information easily and swiftly is significant to busy lenders and investors, so include tabs. Type them in at all possible to designate each constituent in your feasibility study. The feasibility study should have a cover letter, which should be specific rather than generic. It should specify the key details of the feasibility study. Prior to submission, all the aspects in the feasibility study should be done properly. The objectives, research methodology, and research design should be framed properly. Then, the writing of the report should be done properly. Report production. The purpose of existing feasibility study is to evaluate diverse facets by means of reflexive, transportable, positioning information record for tourism statistics. The yield of this feasibility study contains of 5 reports that adopt the main objective from different aspects. These reports are: stock taking contains an up-to-date explanation of the state of the art in consuming data in study and presentation in tourism figures and linked sphere of influence. Feasibility of access delivers a portrayal of monitoring, business and technically phase of data user friendliness. Feasibility of use methodologically issue delivers a technique for the creation of tourism statistics by means of data. Feasibility of use coherence means logic. Evaluates the logic of tourism figures attained from various sources like surveys, statistics, tourist statistics, etc. Opportunities and benefits give attention to the possible opportunities and profit the practice of mobile positioning data can pass to tourism figures. Preparing a business plan. Dear learners, the feasibility study helps the tourism planners, developers and thinkers to give a roadmap for a tourist destination. It helps in preparing a business plan in an array of areas that make up tourist destination. It gives a lot of dimensions to the stakeholders of tourism. The business plan helps to chalk out strategies necessary for an individual, company or tourism stakeholder to see the extent of scope and most importantly to incorporate the viability for that. Hence, the tourism plan, rather we can say that the efficient and effective business plans help in daily management or guide the decision ability of the tourism stakeholders and individuals by taking into consideration a number of aspects related to that business plan. It helps in developing multiple objectives through organized planning and development. When the business plan acts as a guide for the commencement of a novel tourism business, the entrepreneur more often than not tends to put the business in a slightly more enthusiastic scenario than would be logical to imagine. This is the contradictory of what you would do when trying to enlarge a business plan for external use. This is the contradictory of what you would do when trying to enlarge your business plan for external use. Thank you.